In Cyberpunk 2077, you'll likely do a lot of shooting, some may do a fair amount of sneaking, but if you're really smart, you're gonna be hacking. And that's not a judgment on you. I'm not saying that if you're not hacking, you're actually dumb. It's just, if you have a lot of points in intelligence, you're probably gonna be hacking. Anyway, here's our guide on how hacking works in Cyberpunk 2077. First, let's break down the difference between Breach Protocol and Quick Hacks, which are the two skill trees inside the intelligence stat. Breach Protocol refers to the actual hacking minigame that you play when you connect to an access point. In this minigame, you'll see rows of columns and numbers on the left, and 3 passcodes on the right that each activate what's known as a daemon, with each daemon having a specific effect once it's activated. If that all just sounds like a jumble of words, just imagine the daemons as treasure chests and the passcodes are the keys that open them. To open a daemon, you must input the code on the right by selecting the numbers on the left. The challenge is that you can't just select any number. You must first select a number in the first row, then a number in that column, then a number in that row, then a number in that column, and so on, until you've filled up all of the spaces in the buffer, time runs out, or until you can no longer make any passcodes. Note that you can actually activate all 3 daemons in one go with some careful planning, so long as you don't fill up the buffer, like this. One important thing to note is that Breach Protocol affects all enemies and devices connected via a network. You can find out which enemies are connected by using a quick hack called Ping, which you obtain as a reward for completing an early quest called the Gift. It's generally a good idea to start off any potential combat encounter by pinging an enemy or a camera, using Breach Protocol to install a couple of demons on all enemies in that network, and then using those to your advantage however you see fit. The deeper you get into the Breach Protocol skill tree, the more powerful demons you will unlock, and the more incentives you'll gain for using them. Quick hacks are different than Breach Protocols because they typically affect only one enemy or device, have no minigame attached to them, and are governed by a resource known as RAM. In essence, just think of quick hacks like their magic spells, and RAM is your MP. They allow you to do things like blinding enemies for a short amount of time, dealing damage over time that spreads to nearby enemies, and just overall they allow you to mess with a bunch of enemies without putting yourself at risk. You can upgrade your ability to use quick hacks by visiting a Ripper dock and upgrading your cyber deck. Better cyber decks will have more quick hack slots, increase your max RAM, along with other benefits that depend on the type of cyber deck you get. The easiest way to get new quick hacks is to buy them from River Docks, but you can also unlock a skill in the quick hack skill tree that lets you craft them. And that's about it. Hacking is extremely useful in Cyberpunk 2077, but it requires a bit of specialization in order to get the most out of it. Thanks for watching, and for more Cyberpunk 2077, keep it here on IGN.